President Trump ramping up pressure on the Maduro regime in Venezuela. Besides those B-52s that are flying off the Venezuelan coast, the president is confirming that he has authorized CIA activity in the region. That's on top of the series of strikes against boats that the administration says are smuggling deadly drugs. Our next guest, who lives in Mexico and says her people and her country would welcome U.S. help against cartels. Why isn't Mexico partnering very well with Mexico, or are they? We're bringing back Mexican Senator Lilly to join us now. Senator Tellez, welcome. You see that President Trump means business. You look at everything he's doing in the Caribbean and off the coast of Venezuela. The pressure is on Maduro. Mexico is an ally of the United States. What is Mexico doing to fight the cartels officially from the government?
Well, Mexico, President Sheinbaum says that she's an ally of the United States of America, but secretly, she is not. She is more an ally of Venezuela and of the Cuban dictatorship. We can look at it crystal clear, because she didn't want to congratulate President Trump over the peace treatments on Gaza, and she didn't want to congratulate Maria Corina Machado. She didn't want to comment anything about it because she backs up the Venezuela's regime. So the Mexican government is very worried about the United States trying to get to the Venezuelan cartels. And we Mexicans are very worried about this from Claudia Sheinbaum. She just said that she's not going to the America Summit precisely because Venezuela, Cuba, and Nicaragua, these dictatorships were not invited. So she's not going because they are not invited. That's crystal clear that she backs Venezuela, Cuba, and Nicaragua. She's a leftist. And even in the last 7 years, the Mexican government has given millions of oil barrels to Cuba worth $4 billion. So the Cuban dictatorship is alive because of the Mexican help.
Yes, Senator, this is a very interesting situation because President Trump, as you said, considers Mexico an ally, and Mexico depends on the United States for so much of its economy in terms of trade, but also tourism. The cartels are rampant. You have come on this network and said that it is a narco state, Mexico. Recently, there was a natural disaster, and the cartels were the ones giving aid out to the Mexican people instead of the Mexican government. They were responding quicker and better. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. You know, the Mexican government is so corrupt that they robbed the money for this kind of natural disasters to help people, and now they're trying to do something about it. But this is very interesting. When President Sheinbaum was asked about the cartels giving help to the people, she didn't want to say anything about it. Yeah. This is incredible. It's incredible. And I think the world must know, and our American associates, the United States must know that they should look at what the Mexican government is doing, not saying. Because Sheinbaum and her politics says that they want this alliance and they're trying to make these negotiations for the trade treaty. But at the same time, they are helping the dictatorships of Latin America, and most of the Mexicans, we do not support that.
Yes.
Let's be clear. This President Sheinbaum wants Mexico to be the next Venezuela, and now she cannot deny it. We can see as we are testifying the things that the Mexican government is doing. So in the next negotiations of the North American trade between Mexico and the United States, I think there shall be straight negotiations between us countries where there is a very clear commitment to democracy border security, and zero tolerance to the dictatorships.
Well, it appears that she is not a good ally. She's not helping President Trump in the fight against the cartels in her country. And she's an ally of Nicolas Maduro at the same time that President Trump is trying to put the pressure on him to leave that country. Thank you so much, Senator Tellez. Great information and great advice. Listen to what see what they're doing. Don't listen to what they're saying. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Rachel. Good morning.